Hey everybody, let's sit here and wait and see if I get anybody pops in. Right now it's showing me I don't have anybody. So I'll give it a few minutes and see what happens. Oh, I got one. And what I thought I was going to be able to do is not working. So if I don't see your comments, I apologize. Let me see here. Let me do this real quick. All right. That was a good idea, but it didn't work. Hello there. Let's see. I'm gonna see if we can get a few more people in here before I get started. Let's see. Let me get this adjusted a little bit here. Get you looking in the right direction here. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Seven. Let me see. Oh, Seven, you know what? I found something today. Yeah, I've been going through going through some bins that have been. Hi, Seven. Glad you're here. Came across something today in a box. Yeah, the poker chip queen is here. I was going through. I've mentioned it before, being former law enforcement, I collect shoulder patches and, I've got several challenge coins from over the years. And I stayed in touch with a lot of the men and women that I worked with or worked side by side with from other departments. And going down the poker chip lane for a second, I mean, I will never, ever catch up to Seven when it comes to the poker chips. But I came across this one today, and it's actually made by a company that makes challenge coins. So this is not your typical style of poker chip, but it's a poker chip for the Wayne State University here in Michigan. Wayne State University K9. And let me flip this bad boy around. And I was like, oh, I got to show that in the live if Seven's here. Like I said, it's not the typical poker chip, but it's pretty cool. I'm like, well, yeah, and I've got a couple other ones. I haven't put in the background because they're not channel chips, but yeah. I don't think anybody will ever catch up to Seven as far as the poker chips go. I mean that and Seven. I hope you were joking. No, I was joking when I commented on your video there about. All right, I give up. Because it's that's an impressive collection of poker chips there. I mean, wow. Where somebody's gonna have to find you one of those poker chip cases like pokerchips.com sells, so you can stick them in there, like your little casino set. That was pretty cool. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me see. Seven, if I remember right, you're in Maryland, right? Let me see. I'm gonna reach over here and grab these real quick. You know, oh goodness. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sinuses are crazy. Stopping by for a quick thumbs up. I'll catch you vid later. Enjoy the stream. Have fun. Hey, Vegas, thanks for popping in, my friend. So, and I know there's, a lot of, stuff, political stuff going on. And, but I've actually met several officers from this department. And, hey, Strange, what's up? Just for anybody that's coming in, I'm just, we were just talking about poker chips and, the fact if you guys haven't seen Seven Stacks video where she shows her 7 stacks of poker chips, she's definitely the queen of the poker chip. I don't think anybody will ever catch her. But here's one. Here, you know what? Let me change directions there for a second. Here's one that one of our departments here in Southeast Michigan did for breast cancer awareness. And the back of that one. And then, hey, Mike, thanks for stopping in. 007, what's up? I finally made it. Well, we're glad you're here. And then, here's one for Michigan International Speedway, because, I got a little redneck in me. I like my NASCAR. And, we got to get it while we can because they took a race from us and gave it to Nashville. So that's Michigan International Speedway. Then this one, where I get back to the political thing, I've actually met a lot of officers from this department, and they are a great group of people, but they have to follow orders just like everybody else. And if the whole story were told, it was not their fault what happened on a particular day a few years ago. Am I the only Brit in here? You know what? I don't know. But I don't know. Does Scottish blood count? Because pretty much my entire family, like my grandparents back, came from Scotland. I mean, I know it's it's all part of the UK, but so here's another poker chip 7 that I have. It's for the Capitol Police in DC. It's their dignitary protection unit or division. I'm sorry, and also this is one that was made up for. In memory of a real good friend of mine that was killed in the line of duty. His mom and dad had these made up and gave them out at Police Week one year. And he worked for Wayne State University. I won't get into the whole story of what went on. It's just I'll just say that one of these days the guy that took him out is playing the system and is sitting in a psych facility versus prison. But one of these days he's going to say something or do something to, know they'll get him. He's more sane than I am. He's just playing the system. But anyway, with that, let me get those out of the way. So, I'm even with those, we're never going to catch 7 when it comes to the poker chips. So... But, hey, T-Bird, welcome. We're just, I don't know if you just got here. We talked about poker chips for a minute. Seven's in here, and I don't know if you guys, if everybody hasn't seen her video, it's like, wow. It's a heck of a collection. So, I don't know if Tar Heel's here or not. He sent me a package. I did a video on it this morning. and I mentioned that hey, you can't have enough of a good thing, anything. I like stuff from the state I live in. Born and raised in Michigan, and and he sent me a 90% silver Michigan quarter. I got it right here. If you guys didn't see the video this morning, they did a silver proof series for each of the state quarters and each of the America the Beautiful quarters. And he can't hear. Okay. And here, let me see. Okay. So he sent me one of these. So along with that, I got a couple of pieces. They came a couple days ago, but I wanted to save them for tonight, show them to you guys on the live. I am born and raised in Michigan. Actually, I was born and raised in Detroit. And now I'm still in Michigan. I'm about 35 minutes south of Detroit. I'm actually closer to the Ohio state line than I am Detroit. But Michigan's home and always be home. And I picked up a couple of pieces here. And one of them, they're both Michigan pieces. Back in 1987, Michigan celebrated its sesquicentennial, 150th birthday, and I got this neat one here. It's got the for the Mackinac Bridge, which opened in 1957. And it's got some facts on here about the bridge. The length and the height, and I kind of crack up because you hear about all the people that are scared to death to drive over this bridge. And anybody here that's from Michigan and knows anything about the pathway, if you will, to northern Michigan, when you're going up I-75, you get north of Flint, you hit Saginaw, Zilwaukee, and Zilwaukee has this humongous bridge that, be honest with you, I'm more scared to go over the Zilwaukee Bridge than I am to go over this right here. They've had accidents up here before, and people have gone off the side, but that's because they were driving like goofballs, and on a windy day, you shouldn't be driving a Yugo at 80 miles an hour across the Mackinac Bridge. The wind scooped her up and threw her in the water. But really cool piece. This bridge actually, well, it's all covered up now. This bridge connects the Lower Peninsula to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Essentially, and it's like here, there's the Mackinac Bridge on the license plate. Thank you. All right. And then this other one, Great Lakes Bullion. And that's, this is an ouncer. And hey, Christina, welcome. This is Great Lakes Bullion. They did this in 2017. It's a 1 ouncer too. And what's kind of cool, I don't know if this is going to show up very much, but those are all the interstates that run through Michigan. And it's kind of cool. Almost like a road map on a silver round. And here you got the state seal on the back. It's pretty cool. Like I said to Tar Heel this morning, you can never have too much of a good thing, especially when it's from the state you live in. And I've mentioned it a couple times also. That my minuscule gold stack. And I know some of you are new to the channel. I've showed this before, but there's my gold stack. That and this guy that I just picked up this past weekend. You know, I mean, yeah, I've got gold backs, but I don't really, I don't consider those stacking. Those are more of a collectible. I pick them up for the artwork. So there's these two coins here equal up to 1/4 of a gram. And then this little nugget right here is 0.18 grams that I picked up from Prospector Golden Gem. He's on Whatnot. He's got a website, all that good stuff. He's in Colorado. But yeah, that's my itty bitty little gold stack. I've got another piece coming from T the Silver Stacker that I picked up on his Whatnot auction this past weekend. And have ordered them yet. Stickers are in hand. You know what? If you want to do that, you know, go ahead. I would say, yeah, just save on postage. Wait until it all comes. You know, I'm not going anywhere. Honest, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just doing my thing. You know, I'll be here. And let's see. What was I doing? Oh, here we go. Let me move some stuff out of the way. Here, I'm gonna put everything up here in Lake Superior. And I know a couple of people have asked, you know, that are newer to the channel. This mat is my original channel logo, and my son designed it for me, and he basically, I said, hey, I got an idea, and he took off with it. And basically, I know I've mentioned it before. You know, I'm trying to keep everything in the. I can't wait to see it. Mine will be worth the wait. Big announcements coming. Outstanding, cool, man. Cool. So now I know. I'm gonna back this up for a second. Now, so you can kind of see the whole logo on the mat. What he did was he took the, every time I move this darn thing, the camera wants to tilt and do all kinds of other silliness. So I'm sorry for all the movement around, guys. I'm just trying to, you know, straighten it out so you don't think you got the tilts. He took the obverse of the Michigan quarter and replaced the Michigan with MichiStacker, and replaced the 1837 up here, you know, the year the state became, with 2023, which is when I really got to stacking. And, oh man, I'm just knocking things all over the place today. All right, let's straighten this out, maybe. So, yeah, okay. Let's see. We'll just do that for now. He took that, and then down here on the bottom, where it says 2004 Pluribus Unum, put silver stacking, which is primarily what I do. You know, I'm slowly adding some little pieces of gold in there. But okay, now when I showed you this guy, that bridge there, it sits right here. Doug Stacks, welcome in. Welcome. Connects the lower, or the mitten as we call it, to the upper, which if you look at it, back in the old days, people used to call it the rabbit. It looks like a rabbit that's running. And then, you know, they refer to the Keweenaw Peninsula as the ear of the rabbit. But that bridge connects them. And if any of you have ever seen, and you can't see it on here, because I think the designer forgot about it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not like some issue, some love, and smash that like button. T-Bird, thanks, man. I appreciate it. At 250 ounces of silver, working on my 5 ounces of gold. So far, about 1.5 ounces in. Hey, good luck, man. You know, good luck with the stack. Right about, well, let me see. Right about there is a little island that, if, oh gosh, now I just had a total brain fart. They filmed a movie up there, and I mean, this is going back several years with Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeves. And I think it's called Somewhere in Time or something like that. That was actually filmed on that island, as Mackinac Island. And not trying to be the Convention and Visitors Bureau for the state of Michigan, but if you ever get a chance to come to Michigan, go to Mackinac Island. You literally go back in time. The only motorized vehicles allowed on the island is the police, fire department, and ambulance. Everything else, you're either walking, you're riding a bike, or you're taking a carriage ride or riding the horses. What the heck? What's up, Thule? What the heck? What? So, and again, everybody, for those of you that are here, if I don't see all your comments, it's the little men in black. No cars crazy. Well, it basically what it is you are stepping back. You have two streams. I was waiting in the other. You know what? I don't. I'm still figuring this out, Thule. I'm sorry. It's I don't know. It's acting up on my end. So I'm literally doing everything off my phone right now. And if I don't see all the comments, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I'm doing the best I can for right now. My tech savvy son is not here to do fix things and all that good stuff. He's working and got school and that. And Thule, since you're here, we were talking this morning about the sports stuff, and Thule was very shocked that I have never been to a Detroit Lions game. I'm sorry, Thule. Honest, I really am. I'm learning. I'm goofing up, but I'm learning. I've never been to a Detroit Lions game. And then I told her, I said, and then, we went down the list of Detroit teams, and, I practically lived at Tiger Stadium when I was a kid, and, I got all grown up, and they moved to Comerica Park, and that is not my favorite place. I can't get into it down there. Huge Wings fan. You look in my closet, I probably got more Wings jerseys than I do regular clothes, because every time I get a jersey with my favorite player on it, they either get traded or retire. And then the last time I went to a Pistons game, now I'm really going to age myself here, they were still playing at the Silverdome where the Lions used to play. But nowadays, and I'm not a real big fan of LCA either. I just first time we ever went to LCA, it was before I had my first health scare. You need to stop buying jerseys. Thule, I haven't bought a jersey in quite a while. The last time I bought one was the year the Wings played the Blackhawks in the Winter Classic down in Chicago, and the alumni team, when they play the alumni game that they play there every year, the alumni always wears a different jersey from what the team wears. And that year in Chicago, everybody wore the same thing. So I have that Winter Classic jersey with Steve Yzerman on it. And the thing is, when I bought it, and I was a lot bigger than I am now. At one point, I was pushing 500 pounds, so it's like a 5X. And now we could probably pitch it as a tent. Hey, Stackerman Rabbit Hole, welcome in, buddy. So that was actually the last Red Wings jersey I bought. Now, a lot of people know that we have the minor league affiliate, or one of the minor league affiliates of the Detroit Tigers is down in Toledo, which is about 20, 25 minutes from me, depending on traffic, or if they ever decide to finish I-75 down here south of me, about 20, 25 minutes. And yeah, I lost weight, lost a lot of weight, and not the way you really want to. I just, I'll give you a little history on me. I found out in 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, I found out that I was diabetic, and it was kind of ugly how the whole thing went down. But I went from 497 pounds. I'm sitting at 280 right now, and my goal is to get back to what everybody referred to as my fighting weight when I was in high school, which was 245. We'll get there. A lot of what's helping me, keep it off and lose a couple pounds here and there is we do a lot of walking at work. So we put on about 4 or 5 miles a shift at work. But now getting back to the sports teams, we've got the minor league of Tiger affiliate down here, and I'll do it with the hats, Mud Hens, Toledo Mud Hens. And a lot of people don't realize this, that we have a East Coast Hockey League affiliate of the Red Wings down there in Toledo too. Actually, about a block away from the Mud Hens Stadium, Toledo Walleye. So I spend a lot more time down there than I do up in Detroit. So I do get my hockey fix and my baseball fix, just not in Detroit very often. Plus the tickets are so stupidly expensive now. And since Mr. I passed away and the kids are running it now, I was down there, I paid $11 for a... Oh, cranky, no problem, buddy. We all got stuff we got to do. No apologies needed. Welcome in. No, when somebody mentioned my, I call him Mini Michi. Everybody's got to get dressed up once in a while. And I have been told that my mascot dresses like Donald Trump. I'd rather be at your house. They say he dresses like Donald Trump, and I actually did a post where I, pieced together a picture of him and Donald Trump, and yeah, they were dressed pretty close. So, but yeah, I figured, I had to be a little businesslike for my mascot. You see him chip and one sticker. But yeah, so my son designed this for me. I know a couple people have asked, hey, where can I get one of those? He's got an account on Redbubble and printed it up and all that, and so I could order one. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's my original channel logo. And Doug Stacks, yeah. It's a big difference. They laugh at me at work because everybody, they'll take the elevator up and take the stairs down. I take the stairs up and take the elevator down, which a few years ago I would have made it about 3 steps up and would have been huffing, and people would have been asking me if I needed oxygen. So, but yeah, that was that whole health thing was a huge eye opener. I had to make a lot of changes. There were some scary moments there for a little bit, but I'm good now. I also, I'm very open about things with me. That way, basically the way I found out that I was diabetic, and I kind of joke around about it now. I mean, it was pardon the expression, it was scary as hell when it happened. Spontaneous combustion in the bottom of my foot. I went to work on Friday. Everything was fine. Saturday, everything was fine. Woke up Sunday morning, and it looked like somebody slaughtered a hog on my bed. Uh, and yeah, I almost lost a foot out of it, but had some really good doctors and a really good surgeon, and all by the grace of God, I still have my foot. I still have my original part. It's a little altered because um, infections are very common in diabetics, especially in their feet. And the infection didn't get to the bone. If hey, Stacker man, you know what? I'm good now, man. I'm great. Everything's under control. Oh, yeah, it's everything's still under control. I watch, obviously I got to watch what I eat, watch what I drink. Um, it's, I didn't really eat weird, but I just, I used to drink Coca-Cola by the gallon. Not anymore. Uh, I used to, my kryptonite was peanut M&Ms and stuff like that, and I've had to give it up. Um, but you know what? It's I needed to do it, and the good Lord said, "Nah, no, you're doing it now." Um, but yeah, I'm very open about things like that. Just maybe if I can help somebody else prevent that from happening. But I it's kind of funny. Cherry Pepsi by the 2 liter. Yeah, cherry Pepsi's pretty good too, man. And I drink my fair share of that too. Especially because where I work, uh, right after I started working there, they took all the pop machines out because you had a little bit of everything throughout the building, and now everything's Pepsi products. Ugh. But I make do. But Reese's peanut. Oh, the peanut butter eggs, the Christmas trees, the hearts at Valentine's Day. I still think a little Michi's loose in there. Okay, now there's a difference between Little Michi and Mini Michi. My son doesn't have a YouTube channel, so and I don't want to put I think his YouTube name might be his actual name. So I don't call him by his name just for his privacy in that. So he's Lil Michi, and this is Mini Michi. But you know what? Be perfectly honest with you, poor kid. He he's not even old enough to drink yet. He that comes in November. But he sorry, 007. I'm making a list of all the stuff I can't have anymore. um, the whole he turns 21 in November, and poor kid, he got dad's side of the family when it comes to men and their hair. Uh, I joke around with him. He's not even old enough to drink yet, and he's already thinning in the back of his head, and his forehead's growing. And it's a fact of life. I got my grandfather's hair on my mom's side, and he got it too, because his grandfather on his mom's side had a full bushy head of hair until the day he passed away. So yeah, poor kid. I can't have it either. I'm diabetic. Lost 70 pounds this past. Good for you. Good job. Um, but the reality, and I still have reminders of that whole thing with my foot and the diabetes and that, where um, the the infection got to the muscle in the foot, but not the bone. If it would have gotten to the bone, I'm aesthetic like right now. But they removed the muscle, which got all the infection out, and I'm good now. Like I said, still walking 4 to 5 miles a day at work. Um, And the other thing, and if you guys notice, and again, I'm being honest, if you see me holding something up, and oh yeah, Thule, come on, you're that totally honest. I get it. I get it. You've got a whole you got a whole family there you're taking care of, and might I say, cute family. We had a rough night at work last night, so I came home and I'm putzing around on YouTube this morning, and coolest thing in the world, puppy therapy. Thule. If you don't know, Thule is fostering a new mama dog and her litter of puppies, and these things. I mean, I want to adopt them all. I can't, but I want to. The community I live in, we can have Chihuahuas or Yorkies. That's about it, because they consider everything else to be vicious. Like Cocker Spaniels are vicious, Golden Retrievers, Labradors are all vicious. But no, I want to adopt them all because they're all so cute. Even Chevy, I mean, that little black spot on the side of his head, he's just, oh, I just want to pick him up and hug him. The, oh, the, when you see me doing my videos, and I reach out and I grab stuff from here, I know it looks kind of funny, and can't wait till she gets on to sit for a family photo. Oh, I want to see that. Tula, you're gonna have to do a live when you do that, when you get the family photo of the pups. Um, uh, if you see me like where I go to grab stuff or sit stuff down and I'm kind of lobster clawing it, or if you see me holding something up, yeah, see, now it's gonna, now it's not gonna do it. If I'm holding something up and I see my fingers start doing that, I'm not nervous. In 2021, we still haven't figured out what happened. Easiest way I can describe it, because me and medical terminology don't get along very well. My neck imploded, and I ended up having to have a spinal fusion and metal plate put in my neck. Oh yeah, crikey, serious nerve damage. I actually this happened, actually, what is today? It will be 3 years ago on Friday that it happened. And I went for about a half not being able to move my right arm. That's how bad it got. But again, the good Lord was guiding the hands of the neurosurgeon that went in there and fixed it. And yeah, I'm not 100%. I've got, I got about 80% use of this guy back, which is 75% more than I thought I was going to get. But again, I'm very open about things. If I can help somebody else prevent these problems, I'm all about it. Hey, Blistering Barnacles, welcome. Great to see you. I'm very open about it, and no, Cranky, when they use lay terms with me, they basically it collapsed. The C3, no, I'm sorry, 4, 5, and 6 collapsed and caved in at the same time. Where if you looked at the MRI films or the X-rays, the C6 you couldn't see unless you zoomed in. And when they looked, like where they look from straight down, like looking through the top of your head, there's supposed to be a gap between the bone and your spinal cord, and it basically went 4, 5, 6, which cut off all the nerves and all the controls to my right arm. But like I said, now I've got it back. There's still some things I can't do, but like I said, I know this. I've had some people ask me what was wrong with my hands, and that's. I mean, I can do stuff, but I get where the fingers, and I'm doing this on purpose now, where the fingers will start doing this, or you know, I got to use the. If you remember, like people my age, if you remember back when you were in kindergarten, you had the real fat crayons. Well, you know, that's what I got to do with ink pens now. Thank God we got pharmaceutical reps that come into the hospital all the time where I work. So, you know, and pharmaceutical companies don't believe in skinny pens. So, woohoo. But yeah, just, being honest about that and, letting everybody know what's up so they don't think anything's wrong because it's not. And, but yeah, and again, I apologize for everybody that ended up in the same boat as Thule and hit. I'm still figuring this out, and I know I did something wrong. I apologize. Um, oh yeah, Cranky, it is. I've got a 2-inch metal plate in my neck. And it's kind of comical anytime something happens at work because we do have to get physical every once in a while. Uh, and not trying to put everybody, put anybody in, we get a lot of how can I put this? We deal with a lot of psychs, and some of them want to get physical with the staff and that, and we assist the staff with restraining the patients, and I've got popped in the jaw a few times, and everybody freaks out. Oh, you got to go get checked out. You got to have the doctor check you out. Well, but it's and I've learned how to adapt. So, but yeah, it's it kind of reminds me when it's going to rain, and my sinuses remind me that plate's there because I feel it through my whole neck every time I have a sinus problem. But yeah, I'm a lot better than they thought I was going to be. Yeah, getting older does suck, but you know what? I tell everybody it's not age, it's mileage, because I'm not ready to admit that I'm getting old. I mean, heck, I'm not even ready to admit that the eye doctor said I need bifocals next time I go for glasses, because I can't be that old. I was just 21 yesterday, 30 years ago. But yeah, it's what Cranky. You know what, buddy? I can't. I got one of my former coworkers just moved out there to take a job, and he says, yeah, you guys got to come out, and looking at the weather, and I can't do 120. The other was a week or so ago. It was 120. Everybody, oh, it's a dry heat. No, I still can't do 120. It gets much over 80, and I'm about done. And yeah, it's too hot for me down there. I'd go down there in the winter time to visit, but I not in the summertime. I'd be the one booking back to Michigan in the summertime because and then and same thing with Vegas. I can't do it. I'll go. We had said something. My son and I were talking. We said something about going out, he said something about going out and seeing a Diamondbacks game, and I'm like, no, I'll go out there during football season, or the early part of NASCAR season, because my buddy that just coworker just went out there. He's only about 20 minutes from Phoenix International Raceway, which would be cool to go see the spring race there. But no, I'm not. So, but, yeah. So, oh, I know what I was gonna do. I didn't see if Tar Heel was in here or not. I showed you guys earlier. He sent me a silver Michigan quarter, and I already had one. But you can, like I said this morning, you can never have enough of a good thing. Our home state, that's a good thing. And This is another one of my favorites, and long story with 40 years ago. Hold on, I broke seat when I was 18. Glad I was young. You never know it. Yeah, see, yeah, definitely. Well, I wasn't, I didn't have a halo, but I had a very obnoxious looking necklace for about 6 weeks. Thinking about Canadian gold hunting. Oh, yeah, hey, Canadian gold hunting. Heck yeah, man. I like the Canadian stuff. Let me see. Where are we at here? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Here's another one of my favorites that it's the Theodore Roosevelt America the Beautiful. And yeah, it kind of goes back to my being in law enforcement. A lot of people don't know that he was also North isn't hot. No, well, we've had like Florida style weather here in Southeast Michigan the last few days. It's hot, muggy. Uh, yeah, and then we've been getting rain on and off. They actually had to shut down part of one of our interstates this morning because it flooded out, and they had to the county road commission and MDOT had to come out and snow plow the mud off the freeway so they could reopen it. And so Southwest Canada. So you're in Southwest Canada, but it's a wet heat. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, me and humidity don't get along. That's why you never see me in Florida either. I'd go down to Florida during the winter to visit or fall, but I read about the mud flood. Yeah, I-94. I don't know, and they just redid I-94, a good stretch of the I-94 there through Detroit. No, I'm in Southern Illinois. Oh, okay. I just say because if you were in Southwest Canada, I got a couple of friends or a few friends around Vancouver and Vancouver Island. Um, yeah, that whole thing. They just redid a whole stretch of I-94 through Detroit, and you would never know it. It was kind of comical a few years ago. Eh, actually, yeah, it was during COVID. Okay, families from Flint. Okay, that's I'm about yeah. Oh, I got to remember. I don't have my lead foot anymore. I used to be able to get when I lived up in Detroit, and then when I got married, I lived in the city of Warren. Well, St. Clair Shores and then Warren. Uh, I could get from the house in Warren to Flint in about 45 minutes, but I also had a lead foot and a badge in my back pocket. So, um, but yeah, Flint. They got a really cool store up there. At least I hope it's still there. I hope they survived 2020 there. Uh, Called the Great Divide. And anybody knows anything about Michigan knows that there is a huge rivalry between University of Michigan and Michigan State University when it comes to football. It's not as big a thing with like hockey and basketball and stuff like that, but man, football, it gets ugly that Saturday every year. Well, they got this store in Flint called the Great Divide, and it's literally split right down the middle. Spartans fans have their entrance, and Wolverine fans have their entrance. And I actually had this squabble with my ex-wife a few times when we go up there. She tried to come in my door, and like, no, 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 no. You go around the corner. The booger section is over there. You go over there and stay in your green and white, and I'll stay in my maize and blue. Uh, but yeah, it's 94. I already said that, but yeah, they redid that stretch of freeway, and it's actually worse. But during the worst part of Rona, they almost went to Michigan State football. Yeah, I grew up in a maize and blue house, so I kind of stuck with it. I didn't go there. I think they call me a Walmart Michigan fan because I root for Michigan but didn't go there. Um, but I told somebody commented "Go Blue" with a question mark on one of my posts, and I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. You know, my two favorite college football teams are the Wolverines and whoever's playing Ohio State. Uh, But yeah, we definitely have some issues with our Michigan roads and freeways and that. And they came to Illinois to watch me play and offered 8 years. Wow, nice. That would have been cool. I mean, hey, you gotta go where they want you. You know, and be perfectly honest with you, I root for every team in Michigan, just not when they play U of M. That's yeah. I'll root for State every weekend. I root for Michigan. You know, Eastern, Central, Western, Saginaw Valley, all of them. We got a lot of great universities with not always the greatest teams, but you know what? They can't. They need their support too. But yeah, Michigan is my. If they're all playing at the same time on TV, I'm watching U of M. So, and of course, my Red Wings, my Tigers, my Lions. I don't really catch the Pistons that often because they're usually playing when I'm working. Uh, DR program is what I was looking for. Okay. Yeah, they. I thought Whitmer was gonna fix. Stacker man, you know what, buddy? Let me tell you. Um, um, Stacker man, let me tell you about Whitmer and uh, her fibs that got her elected. Okay, she did that whole fix the damn roads, and when election year came around, I'm trying to say this nicely because I mean there's probably some people that might I don't know who everybody votes for, and it's the furthest thing from my mind because it's a free country. Um, Whitmer decided to fix the damn roads all at the same time. And it was when she was trying to. No comment with her. Okay. Tuli, we're on the same page, my friend. Yeah. Oh, well, anyway. Um, she, I could do a whole video on everything that, all the shenanigans during 2020. And I know Tuli knows what I'm talking about. uh, and you're being told everything you can't do, but then it's do as I say, not as I do. Um, that's a whole video on its own. Um, she literally, you could go, and it's still that way now. You could go nowhere in Michigan that summer, even after. Yeah, true. Um, you could go nowhere in Michigan without having to sit in backed up traffic because she literally decided to fix all the damn roads all at once. Um, Normally from my house, oh here let me backtrack. A couple years ago? Yeah, a couple years ago I had a friend of mine that retired from the Michigan State Police, and he was assigned to headquarters in Lansing, or actually, MSP headquarters is in a little town called Diamonddale, which is a suburb of Lansing. Uh, he retired, a big retirement to do. Oh, Staggerman, no problem. See, it's just giving you an idea how things happen. No, you're good, buddy. I'm not. I'm not mad at you. Um, Normally, and I had gone out there before to meet up with him for lunch and that from where I live now, and yeah, it used to take about an hour and 15 hour and 20 minutes to get there because I would go up I-275 to 96 and 96 out to Lansing, and my son and I left here to go to his retirement party, which was at MSP headquarters, and then dinner after at a place over by the state capitol. And I guess that hour and 15 hour and 20 minutes ended up being like 2.5 hours because 275 was under construction from Metro Airport up to 96. Oh, hey, you know what, 007, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, I'm not touching anything when I get done. We'll see what happens. Thanks for coming in, 007. We'll see you next time, buddy. Um, yeah, it took us 2.5 hours to get out there. We actually missed the party part, and made it just in time for the dinner part. So yeah, it's she decided to fix all the damn roads at once. Um, and so yeah, it's interesting. And it's still the same thing. We've got a stretch of 75 down here by me that they refer to as Suicide Alley. Uh, Anybody that's from Michigan knows it. It's the area down by the old Monroe Outlet Mall. That's a whole other video too. Um, but yeah, it's kind of crazy around here, and but yeah, it's but hey, it's Michigan. It's home. We're used to it. We have you know we joke around. We say our state tree is the construction barrel, and our state flag is the orange construction flag. And I'm trying to remember what else there was. Oh, our state bird is the mosquito. Because if you've ever been up to the Upper Peninsula, mosquitoes are about the size of sparrows up there. So, but that's here. Let's see. And then there's my other favorite silver quarter. That's the baby to the big one I had that you guys have seen before. The pictured rocks. That's a cool place to go if you ever get to Michigan. So, but yeah, you know it's a good it's a good state. We get a bad rap. But I know they talk about how many people are moving out, and hey, they're lost because we've got 4 seasons. I tell everybody that and somebody else brought it up. Um, Actually, it was a guy that does a show on PBS. It's called Under the Radar Michigan, where he takes you all over Michigan and shows you all this cool stuff that people either don't know about or whatever. And he actually did a whole series on the Upper Peninsula. And oh, hey, I do too. It's our state's great. They but he made the comment that, oh, Thule, no, girl, we got to get you up to the UP. Pictured Rock National Lakeshore, Tequamanon Falls, Mackinac Island. We get you there either before the bugs come out in the spring, or we get you there in the fall after they all go into hibernation. Um, Munising has got like the coolest 4th of July anywhere. I mean, it's a small town that throws a huge party every year for the 4th of July. Their fireworks, their fireworks on the 4th of July. Oh man, we've got to get you out of the house. um, God, I used to go back in the day. I used to go up there 4 or 5 times a year, and but no, it's gorgeous up there. You go up there for the fall colors. I mean, you'll see colors you've never seen down here. I mean, everything. Yeah, we see some orange and some yellow, but I mean, we're talking like leaves that are like Red Wings red, and all that good. It's just it's a nice getaway if you want to get away from all the hustle and bustle. Um, and like I said, Tequamanon Falls, Picture Rock National Lakeshore, Kitchikippy, or in English, that's the Big Springs and Manistee. Outside of the city, I haven't been to. Well, we're going to have to change that. Maybe we can get a Michigan Stacker convention together up north. And I always tell everybody, because the jokes always go around, I never go anywhere. Haven't been up north since I was a teenager. That's I tell everybody that's where I go to hit my reset button. It's like I haven't been up there in a few years. Just with everything that's been going on in the world, and you know, don't travel unless you're the governor. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oops. Um, no, I've only been to New York a couple of times, and it was to New York City. And one of those trips to New York City is something I don't like to talk about, and I'll just leave that at that because that's another uh, video all to itself. And well, it was not a reason that I wanted to go to New York City, but had to. And but yeah, one of these days I'll get back to New York City. And actually, I want to go to DC again. Uh, yeah, there, Mister. Got a coin coming in via AppMex that you might like. Oh boy. I like a lot of stuff. That's my problem. I can never make up my mind what I want to get. All right, Thule, have a good night, my friend. We'll see you next time. Give all those little puppers a hug for me. And but yeah, heck, you might have it. I saw it and thought of you. Oh, okay. Hmm. See, now you're gonna have me wondering. Yeah, now you're gonna have me wondering. As I said, I like a lot of stuff. Um, I know I have some people that don't like the fact that I'm a big fan of Canadian stuff. I got my and they're not fans of fractional, they're not fans of Canadian stuff, but I think I told everybody this is like one of my new things here. This is the I can't remember the name. They made a movie about these guys. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the First Special Service Force, basically in Canada. Why would you not like Canadian? Well, now see, you say that, and we always joke around. Me being a Detroit kid, we always say Windsor's not in a foreign country. It's just another suburb of Detroit. So, and I do have some friends that live just outside of Windsor, and they say the same thing about us. Hey, Detroit's not a foreign country; it's a suburb of Windsor. But the First Special Service Force uh, Canadian half ouncers there, it's cool stuff, and I know a lot of my LCSs around here. I didn't even look when I was in Ipsy this past weekend. Uh, I am a Cajun. Anything above I-10 was considered Canada. Well, that's yeah, yeah. These are cool. I mean, and like I said, I didn't look when I was in Ypsilanti when I stopped in to see my buddies over at Old Town uh, this past Friday. Um, but the LCSs right around here are actually having trouble getting their hands on maple leafs because I guess that's like the new popular grab and run coin. Um, but those little half ouncers, they're kind of cool, and they'll get added to the stack. But I got my little capsule I'm filling up, slowly but surely, and yeah, I love my Canadian. Yeah, I love my American stuff too. I know I've had, gotten some nasty grams about why would I call, why would I ever call an American Silver Eagle boring? It's because they don't change from year to year. It's nice to have some variety, and I'm wondering what the U.S. Mint's going to do when they run out of things to put on the back of our quarters. Because we've done all 50 states and the territories and the district, and then we did the America the Beautiful, at the national parks, and we've got the American women going on right now. Now, what happens when you run out of American women to put on the quarters? What are you going to do next? So I don't know. Maybe I'm just grumpy, but hey, maybe I'm cranky. That's what it is. I'm getting cranky. Cranky Stacker's rubbing off on me. No, I like variety. I like a little bit of everything, a little bit something different, and I've you know kind of hooked on World Money Wins videos that he does. He's big into the vintage stuff. So now, I mean, like, you figure this right here, these are all in various conditions, but this right here, that's all. Uh, yeah, but cranky. I honestly don't think that you're as cranky as everybody thinks you are, because you're like way too nice to be cranky. Or but these cranky Michi. Oh boy. I think I have two of the same bullion coins. I only buy things I don't currently have. Yeah. Well, I'm doing where like I'll fill up a tube. Like I've got this guy here. I'm gonna fill that up. I've got all my vintage is going in this. And I honestly I think the only thing I have doubles of in or more than one of in here is the prospectors. So yeah, it's I like variety too, and but like I said, I a little bit of everything, and then especially cranky stackers like Old Man Marley. He might look cranky, but he will save you in a pinch. Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder. You know what? I wonder if his snow shovel's cranky. um, but I'll grab stuff like this, the Michigan stuff. Anything that's got to do with Michigan. And of course this is. I always tell this is the roadway to. You cross that bridge, you pay your toll on the north end, and once you pass through the toll booth, in my case, I'm too far away for you to call me back into work. My hands don't fit snow shovels. Spartans or Wolverine? Oh man, go blue. But like I said earlier, go blue or go whoever is playing Ohio State. Ohio State is my least favorite place in the world. My son and I went down this past summer to an event in Columbus, and as we're coming down US 23, all the signs for Ohio State University, and take the exit to get to the stadium and all that stuff. Well, you know what? I like LSU too. There's a lot of good football teams out there. Like this past, we all know Michigan won Michigan won the national championship, and I know they're people go blue or go home. Yes. They tried to stir the pot and start a controversy that about Michigan and they're cheating, they're doing this, they're doing that, and I honestly. Harbaugh didn't have anything to do with that. Took too much pride in the fact that he was a Wolverine, and that Bo Schembechler taught him how to do his job. And I talked a lot of mess about Alabama, and it's just because I'm a Michigan fan. But you know what? I'll tell you something else. I will sit there every weekend when they play and yell "Roll Tide" just as much as I say "Go Blue," just not when they play each other. So getting back to the Ohio thing, I couldn't see. They're like, "Oh yeah, the football stadium's right here." Okay, well, I didn't see it going south, but when we were coming back, I actually took a picture and posted it on Instagram on my personal account that basically said, "Oh, look, everybody! I've officially found the nation's toilet bowl." Because if you've ever seen some of the, little Photoshop jobs that they put on, to make memes out of on Facebook and Instagram and all that, they, oh, excuse me, they keep joking about Ohio State University getting a retractable roof for their stadium, and it's a toilet seat and lid. It goes up and down. Um, but no, it's no. Ohio State is definitely my least favorite college. Uh, period. Um, and what's kind of funny was I worked down here for Ohio State's coach has a retractable hairline. Ooh, nice. um, one of my retirement jobs, I worked at Chrysler for a minute, or well, it was Fiat Chrysler Automobiles at that point, now known as Stellantis. Um, and down here in the town of village of Dundee, which I know a lot of people don't know about. It's a small town. They it was good when Fiat owned Chrysler, and then they sold it. And from what I understand from friends of mine that were still work there, it's not all that anymore. Um, but is that where Crocodile? No, but it's the home of a really cool Cabela's. If any of my friends from across the pond are still here, Cabela's is like a big uh, hunting, fishing uh, type of place, and it's like a huge store. With they got really cool displays. I'm gonna a culture currency. They're the same company now, right? They just kept their separate names. um, they because yeah, I can go down. We've got a Bass Pro Shop. We've got a Bass Pro Shop down in Rossford, Ohio. It's about 35-minute drive from here. That's kind of cool. The first one that we got in Michigan was at Great Lakes Crossing in Auburn Hills. That place is always so busy. I can't. But um, yeah, we've got a really good size Cabela's there in Dundee. Um, I'm not knocking Ohio. I'm just knocking Ohio State University and their football team. Honest, I love Ohio. I spend a lot of time down Toledo, Rossford, Perrysburg, Maumee, and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I talk smack about Ohio State. And I didn't realize it until one day we were down there for something. And Cat Mom, I don't know if you're anywhere near Toledo, but they're around the ballpark and the arena where the Toledo Walleye and the Toledo Mudhens play. Uh, there's quite a few really good restaurants. A lot of good places to go. A lot of good places to go eat, so you don't have to pay the stadium food prices. And there's a place there called Fleetwood's, which is pretty cool place. And we walked in there one day. I can't remember if we were going to a walleye game or we were down there for something. And we walked in there and there were literally no Ohio State University fans. Okay. There were no Ohio State University fans anywhere in the place. Everybody had a U of M, like U of M ball cap, U of M jerseys, all this other stuff on. I was like, did I make a mistake and not cross the state line? And then I realized, yeah, and then I realized it again when my son started looking at colleges to go to. He was seriously considering moving down with dad and going to University of Toledo until, and they said, oh, you're from Michigan. We got World War II bombers dropped there. Oops, I got. The I got sidetracked there. Uh, he was looking at going to University of Toledo. Oh, you're from Michigan. Yeah, you qualify for all these discounts for out of state tuition and da da da. Until they found out he was going to be living with me here in Monroe County, and they consider Monroe and Lenawee County part of Ohio. So now I get it. One of my coworkers is from Michigan, East Lansing, great guy. Therefore, you're my friend, MichiStacker. Okay, I don't have a problem with East Lansing. I just talk a lot of smack about the Spartans 1 weekend a year. East Lansing's actually pretty cool. They hosted a hockey tournament when my son was still playing hockey, and that they put on a good they put on a good event out there. Um, yeah, they're and I like watching their hockey team because frankly, I know I'm probably going to get some lightning bolts for this one. Um, After some shenanigans, the U of M's football team played a few, or I'm sorry, football team, not football team, hockey team played a few years ago. I actually like Michigan State's hockey team better. Um, but no, I like we were talking about the stuff I like here with the silver. Um, my vintage. I'm slowly filling that vintage tube. You know, Road Money Wins got me hooked on the vintage stuff, and every time I go in there, I'm looking for vintage stuff as well. So, you know, and even when I go on whatnot looking for these, looking for stuff like this, these are the old style, the old school stuff. So, oh, all right. Now that we've talked about everything but silver, well, a little bit of silver, but you know, watch that vintage trap. Oh, I already fell in, Cranky. I'm in. I accidentally stepped in the Looney Tunes trap. Where they used to put the little rope circle here, and when you put your foot in, they yank. Yeah, they yanked it, and I'm in. So, but yeah, it's and this stuff. I mean, it's all got a history too. So, which poker chip? As I said, I like that poker chip. Which poker chip? I didn't even see who that was because it was there and it was gone. Let me see if I can get it to come back. Oh, I like your poker chip. You know what? If you want, my email is in my channel description. Shoot me an email, with a mailing address. I'll send you one a couple stickers too. That's not a problem. I mean, I'm not, I'll send them to whoever wants them. You don't have to be uh, you don't have to have a channel and all that. Just shoot me an email. I'll get you some out. I'll mail them out in the morning. As a matter of fact, let me know. Yeah, oh, absolutely. That not a problem. They're there for everybody, not just fellow YouTubers. So, does he have a secondary market buyers? It's not worth the trouble, but I still pick it up. I've been getting it at spot. Yeah. Well, I got I got a pretty good deal when I went and saw the guys at Old Town. And being in Michigan, do you put gravy on your fries? No, I do not. I I will say this: when you go and there's a town up in the Upper Peninsula, has a sister city across the border of the same name, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. A lot of your restaurants there in the Sioux have that because it's a Canadian thing. I've had it before. I don't have a problem with it. I I don't put gravy on my fries, and I know there are Yoopers that will argue this, and Yoopers are what we call people from the UP. They're Yoop, yes, and chili, Coney Island chili on there with the cheese, chili cheese fries, yes. Oh, that's another one too. Where to get the best chili cheese fries and the best We put gravy on everything here where I'm from, but gravy is always brown where I'm from. Yeah, well, that's you got some places where they call tomato based sauce gravy. Anybody knows? Yeah. Oh yeah, yep, I do cranky. Um, they yep, I knew what you meant. um, No, they do it up there, and I'm there might be a couple of restaurants like around Detroit that do it because we've or Port Huron because that's where our international border crossings are to get over to Canada. And there's also one in the Sioux. Um, but no, and Youpers will argue with me about this. If anybody knows what a pasty is, that's something here in Michigan. That's like one of the things people go up to the UP for just to eat pasties and buy fudge. Um, but the big debate of the peninsula is all right, culture currency. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. We'll see you next time. Um, as to whether you put ketchup on your pasty or you put gravy on your pasty. And basically, what a pasty is it's like a meat pie turnover looking thing, kind of shaped like this. Um, that has a protein, whether it's chicken or beef. Um, some places make them with lamb, and then there's like rutabaga, carrots, potatoes, stuff. It's like a meat pie that the miners used to take. The wives would make them, wrap them up so they would stay hot, and they would make them big enough where the miners would be in the mines for 16 to 20 hours a day, and they would make two meals out of it. Well, it's kind of a regional thing up there. You can get them down here by me, but they're not the same. Um, but yeah, the big debate there is: do you put ketchup or do you put gravy? And no, I don't. I put gravy on mashed potatoes, and I'll put gravy on my turkey and stuffing on Thanksgiving. But nah, it's not a regular thing for fries for me. So look up a horseshoe. If you know, you know. I worked in Cape Cod, and I thought they were going to throw out the restaurant when I asked. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What are we doing here? They're going to throw me out when I asked for ketchup instead of vinegar for my fries. Have you eaten Sir I don't even know what that is. So no, we had a Scottish owned fish and chips place. I grew up in Southwest Detroit, which bordered the city of Dearborn. The home of Ford Motor Company. Um, we had a little Scottish owned fish and chips place there in Dearborn. And yeah, if you put ketchup on your fries, they kind of looked at you funny because you were supposed to put malted vinegar on your fries and your fish. And when I was a kid, I wouldn't go anywhere near vinegar. Now it's actually pretty good on fries. I still don't put it on my fish, yeah, it goes good on fries. Horseshoe bread based burger patty, fries, then smother with cheese. That actually sounds pretty good. Wow. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah. I might have to find somewhere that makes that and try it. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of what some people call unusual things. Like we hey Brandon, I'm definitely gonna look it up. Man, that sounds pretty darn good. Um, Now people outside of the Metro Detroit area, and I know Tully was still here, you know she'd be able to back me up. Um, there is a difference between a chili dog and a Coney Island hot dog. Okay. Um, the big battle here is we've got two in downtown Detroit. We've got two Coney Islands that sit right next to each other. American Coney Island, Lafayette Coney Island. Same family. However, American uses the generic chili that everybody else uses for chili dogs or Coney dogs. Lafayette makes the old family recipe and they make it fresh every day. It's not frozen. It doesn't come in a frozen block that you got to thaw out, you know. And a Coney Island hot dog is Coney chili, mustard, and diced onion on a hot dog, on a steamed bun. And that's like our thing here. And then up in Flint, they have what they call a Flint dog, which I was, I was debating with people about it, like on Facebook and stuff. And it's like, okay, now explain this to me before I really look like an idiot. Cranky, let me tell you something. Lafayette, of those two, Lafayette is good. But over in my old neighborhood, there's a place called Dooley's. And Dooley's, to me, by far, is better than both of them. It's another place they make their stuff from scratch. It's got some heat to it, but it's to me, it's the better than the two downtown. Now, you say, hey, let's go to Lafayette. I'm not going to tell you no, but, I'd rather go to Dooley's. And if anybody, and, I hate to keep saying this because I know I do have some younger people in the crowd. If you've ever seen the movie Rosary Murders with Donald Sutherland, it was based in Detroit, filmed in Detroit at Holy Redeemer, which is a huge Catholic parish in the neighborhood there. They filmed a lot at Holy Redeemer, but they also filmed a lot over across the street here at Dooley's and above Dooley's. So you see Dooley's a whole bunch in the movie. But yeah, it's, but again, that's a regional thing too. And then, getting back to the debate about Flint dogs, come to find out, the Flint dogs are pretty much the same thing as a Coney Island hot dog here, but how do I put it? The chili's not as, I don't know, liquidy, runny, whatever. It's kind of, a little bit thicker, but, hey, they're both good. But then you talk to other people, that's not a Coney Island hot dog. This is a Coney Island hot dog. And they put a hot dog in front of you that's got like pickle relish on it that's been colored to be bright green instead of what pickle relish is supposed to be. And, pieces of tomato, kind of like what a Chicago dog is supposed to be. But yeah, it's all regional. I'm not complaining though. Hot dog with a hamburger, sauce, mustard, and onion we call a Michigan. I think other places called them chili dogs. Yeah, it's a Coney Island hot dog. Everybody's got a different name for it, but the debates go on about who's got the better hot dog, and do you put this on it? Do you put and the people that say you're nuts if you don't put ketchup on one, and they all come out the same. True, but they all taste different going in. But yeah, I like thick chili. Yeah, it's like I said, everybody's got their own, and I mean, hey, if I go up to Flint, and they got Flint dogs, I'm not turning them down. I like a good chili, hot dog with chili on it. Okay, we're at almost 90 minutes, almost an hour and a half. I'm going to get out of here. I wanted to get on here and do a live, let you guys get to know a little bit about me. A little bit about, what I do. I will always, shoot straight. Not going to BS you about anything. When I get on here, whatever I say, that's my opinion or my thoughts on something. And you have a different opinion or different thought on it. I'm Replace the cheese with peanut butter. That sounds interesting. So, like I said, I'm going to get out of here for now. Everybody, have a great night. Thanks for coming along. You know, it was fun. You know, got some laughs. Got to talk about some different stuff. You know, it's not all silver. And you know, we'll see in the streams, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to do a live maybe every couple of weeks from now on. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm still figuring this whole thing out. You know, I kind of goofed tonight, but like I said, like I said earlier, I'm not touching anything when I get out of here. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. Be safe. We'll see you next time. MichiStacker is out.